Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We have the Clippers as the road team for today's Western Conference matchup. Well, the holidays always bring us some incredible NBA action. And that's certainly what we have in store for us today. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Here in Houston, it's another home game for the Rockets. They're one of the most dangerous teams in the NBA right now. No question, they've won 7 of their last 8.
And there's history, some bad blood between these two teams that makes it all the more interesting.
These are two clubs that know each other well, the strengths, the weaknesses. It's going to be a tactical battle.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, DeAndre Jordan shoots with his left hand, but he bowls with his right. He throws with his right, and he finishes with his right around the rim. But he insists he's left-handed. He said, I tried to shoot with my right hand, and it was pretty much the same, maybe worse. I'm going to stick with the left because I've been practicing that for a while. Kevin?
Interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. And these are both veteran teams, Steve. They've been around. A game like this is a test of wits as much as anything.
They understand what it takes to win. They understand how to will themselves into wins. They understand you can't make mistakes mentally. Veterans, they know how to pull it out. They want to keep it close, and they feel they can win at the end.
So the Rockets win the tip. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Gallinari is out there with Johnson. Then it's Jordan. Then there's Austin Rivers. And it's Teodosic in at the 1 spot. Now, here is Harden. Just 4 to shoot. And that one's off. He misses his first shot of the game. Jordan the pass to Teodosic. He feeds it to Gallinari. On the wing, Johnson. Ariza covering. And that one, good. Johnson's got the scoreboard going with his first points of the night for Los Angeles. Harden kicks to Capella. Anderson the screen. And Harden wide open. He shoots. No good from outside. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Yeah, how about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
You think back to the start of Austin Rivers' NBA career and you see just how far he's come as a player. Has always had the physical skills and speed, but has made big leaps, I think, Steve, in his play.
You know what? You're right, Kevin. Looking back at his rookie year, he just seemed overwhelmed. But now he's on the floor. He looks in complete control. Game is slowed down for him. He has become a much more efficient player.
And that one misses.
Austin Rivers, the son of a famed player and basketball coach Doc, making an impact in his league with his overall play.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Now here's Johnson. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. They set the pick. Jordan the screen. Los Angeles keeping it alive. Fresh 24. Here's Gallinari. And it's Gallinari again missing.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Now, here is Gallinari. Harden missing his last shot. A nice shot by Gallinari.
This is what happens when you're good on the drive and everyone knows it. Gallinari creates space with the pull-up.
And it's blocked by Jordan. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Gallinari. The Clippers rebound. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And it's Rivers, top of the key. Lobs it up for Jordan. Stolen by Anderson. Dishes it to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
Here's Jordan. The Rockets making the shot. And the basket by Johnson.
Wes Johnson, never an elite three-point shooter, but good enough that you got to get a hand up.
Harden kicks to Anderson. Houston moving the ball around. Ariza against Johnson. Outside for Jordan. Jordan the screen. Teodosic the pass to Jordan. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
He excels in pick and roll sets. DeAndre Jordan's mobility and leaping ability causes a lot of problems.
There's a good screen, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Harden outside. It's Ariza on the wing and taken away by Johnson.
And we've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. Both those turnovers could have been avoided.
The former #2 overall pick, Wesley Johnson, bounced around for years, but has managed to turn a corner and become a productive player. You know, Wes Johnson, the former 4th overall pick, has never lived up to that draft position, but he'll give you some solid minutes in short bursts.
And that one falls for Johnson. And for Johnson, he does have great length, which is his biggest asset as a player. Steve, very disruptive on the defensive end with that reach.
Yeah, it helps him. I mean, that extra length helps him at the rim as well, offensively and defensively. Wingspan over 7 feet as a 6'7" player. That's nice.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Rockets trail by 9. Ariza outside. Paul for 3. It's good from long range.
The defense has to stay on Chris Paul. He has a quick trigger on the catch and shoot.
Rivers kicks to Gallinari. Jordan the screen. Gallinari outside. Kicks it out to Johnson. And again, no good by the Clippers. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Anderson against Gallinari. Here's Harden. Kicks it out to Paul. Wide open. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Paul's got 5 points so far.
His teammate was wide open there. Definitely the right choice to pass it out and let him take the shot.
Gallinari wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
It's been a frustrating quarter for him shooting the basketball. He just has to make sure he's taking good shots.
Passes it to Harden. There's the dish to Paul. Anderson against Gallinari. Clock at 6. Capella sets a screen for Ariza. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Johnson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That one is on Ariza. The Clippers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
He's off on the first. And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Harden.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself and his teammates, he just does so much from his position that is unrivaled. One of the greatest offensive threats, not only today, but really of the last decade.
And both free throws good for James Harden. And for Harden, he's been in the conversation, Greg, for MVP for several years. The way he's able to just carry an offense with his creativity garners attention.
And Kevin, I think he might have won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season put in by Russell Westbrook. Don't count Harden out, though. He's such a unique talent on offense. Maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that's from beyond, guys, right back at you.
This is looking more like an all-star game right now. Everyone launching from range.
Now here's Rivers. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Phoenix.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Johnson against Gordon. Jordan with a screen on Gordon. Teodosic, the pass to Jordan. Jordan sets the pick for Johnson. Shot off the pick. Can't hit that one. Gordon with the defensive effort. And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
And guys, there's a lot to like here defensively. That shot almost ends up in the stands.
And he was not quite in position to block the shot, but the result is all the same.
Here's Teodosic. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. A putback, and there's Jordan, putting it right back in. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Can't let DeAndre get loose near the rim. He's very good at tracking down those rebounds.
Paul kicks to Capella. There's the pick from the arc. Second chance shot, and it's denied. Johnson with it. 7 points in the game. Here's Teodosic, and here's Gallinari outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Down low. Here's the break. Rivers in the corner. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rivers. And here we can now take a look at how the ratio was between the 3s and the 2s last season for the Rockets.
And they really based almost their entire offense around the three-point shot. Spread the floor, space the defense, and if the deep shots aren't falling, at least it should open things up inside.
Rockets trail by 5. Harden outside, feeds it to Gordon. Anderson the screen. Capella sets a screen for Paul. Floats one. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his second bucket of the game to go.
CP3 moving the basketball around. That's what you want out of your point guard.
And here's Rivers. 5 points in the game. Back to Gallinari. Jordan the screen. Clock at 6. Jordan with the screen on Paul. Rivers gets a wide open look. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
How on earth did they let him get that wide open?
Rivers against Harden. Capella with a screen on Rivers. Anderson the screen. Here's Gordon. Missile on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Nene, he's checked in for Houston. P.J. Tucker comes in for Anderson.
One shot.
On the free throw, no good. Steve, you talk about the value of versatility in the NBA. It's never been higher than I think right now, wouldn't you say?
You're right, Kevin. The reason why is back in the day, a big guy got the rebound. A point guard or a guard would have to come back to bring the basketball up. Now, you see a guy like Anthony Davis, Al Horford, DeMarcus Cousins. They grab the rebound, and you see as a shooting guard and a point guard, they getting out and sprinting because they know they have a guy that can bring it up and make the right play at his size.
Well, across the board last season, James Harden, Greg, saw his numbers jump through the roof, but he showed improvement both in his defensive engagement as well as his rebounding. Not something that a lot of us saw coming.
Yeah, that's a good point. And with Harden, I think the rebounding is the really surprising number. Went from being an average rebounding guard to a great one the last few seasons. He's been showing more of a dedication to all aspects of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
And the Clippers are known as a high wire act, and rightfully so with their stars. This team is also one that can at times lock it down defensively. I don't think they get enough credit for what they do on that side of the ball.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. The Clippers not a team known for their defense, but quite often the last few years, it's been the deciding factor for them in games.
Yeah, and I think it starts with the pressure they place on ball handlers. They can throw double teams or pick up far out from the hoop. They've got shot blocking inside to erase mistakes as well.
Now here's Williams. Fires from deep. Harrell dishes to Evans. The pass to Decker. Over Gordon. Decker gets the bucket. Decker's got his first 2 points.
Using his height advantage, he gets a clean look from the mid-range.
There's the screen. Gordon against Williams. Gordon the pass to Tucker. Over Evans. Offensive rebound. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
Clearly a foul.
The Rockets have only 1 missed free throw. They've had 5 attempts and made 4 of them.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Move shots.
The first one falls.
And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
Second free throw, no good. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. Two great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
And here is Los Angeles now, following the score by Houston. Evans kicks to Williams. Here's Harrell, lays it up off the glass. And the Clippers lead by 3.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
Nene, the screen. Gordon with no one around. He nails it, and we're tied up. Gordon's got his second basket of the night.
So many of Gordon's shots come from three-point range because he drains so many of them. When you've had his kind of success from beyond the arc, you're always going to have the green light.
Now, here's Decker. Inside. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Evans against Paul, and Tucker has it in the corner. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. And it's the Clippers with the ball. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
It's a tie game here in Houston. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And you talk to Chris Paul, and it's clear he was born to play the point guard position.
Fortunately, I've always been vertically challenged, so I've never had to play power forward or center on anybody's team. I've been passing and getting into the lane, dishing the ball off to a teammate, helping people score my entire career.
Vertically challenged, that's classic coming from Chris Paul. But, you know, seriously, Greg, he's taken that challenge and made the most of what he's got. A terrific player.
Really, and you know what? He's actually turned that challenge on his head when he goes right at much bigger players and uses their size against them.
And off we go. A close game now starting the second quarter. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
I mean, what's interesting for me, first quarter, they're already getting points from their reserves.
Well, this is why you have a scouting department. You want to uncover those role players who can make an impact.
Gordon and Ariza are on the wings. PJ Tucker is out there with Nene, and it's Paul in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Houston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Ariza kicks to Paul. Pass to Tucker from past the arc. That shot off the mark. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Evans outside. Picked by Harrell. Williams in the post, defended by Gordon.
And this is a guy that can get you stops, aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Ariza kicks to Gordon. Paul dishes to Nene. Back to Paul. Houston moving it around. And Tucker has it in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Tucker's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Rockets. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
That's a 2 from Paul. No good off the front iron. Last outing for the Rockets, it was a loss to the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much hero ball. You have to be willing to make the extra pass.
And the Clippers making a change here. Thornwell's checked in. Now here's Evans. Pass to Williams. 5 on the clock. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Now here's Gordon. 5 points in the game.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Thornwell, the pass to Harrell. Evans outside. Right wing. Here's Decker. And that misses. That would have put him up. For Houston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Ariza with the bucket. Clippers trail by 4. Now Evans. Harrell kicks to Williams. Back to Harrell. Gordon with the defensive effort.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
They set the pick. And Tucker has it in the corner. And it's off from three-point range.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Thornwell, the pass to Williams. Sinks the triple.
Quick feet, quick release. Hard to check Lou Williams from beyond the arc.
Rockets have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Nene, the screen. Paul dishes to Gordon. Ariza outside. Nene setting the pick for Ariza. The feed now to Tucker. Nene, the screen. Ariza has the open look. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And the story with P.J. Tucker is an interesting one. Was drafted back in 2006, played a year in the NBA, then hopped between a ton of different leagues in Europe before coming back to the NBA, Steve, in 2012.
Well, his journey has been definitely a long one, but Tucker learned a lot about what it takes to find success going overseas. He's been a player who does all the little things for a team since his return.
Clippers trail by 6. Outside Williams. Tries from the block. Nice jump shot. Good. Williams has got 5 now.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Paul kicks to Ariza. He dishes it to Gordon. Here's Nene over Harrell. Gordon against Williams. Nene, the screen. Paul kicks to Gordon. Shoots the 3. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Decker can't hit.
Lacking confidence right now in his offense. He's been shaky all period.
Tucker the pass to Gordon. Nene the screen. Gordon kicks to Nene. And Tucker has it in the corner. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 8.
Bad communication defensively. This is the last guy you want to leave open from there.
Kicks to Decker. They set the pick. He feeds it to Williams. Evans outside. Shot clock at 6. Off the pick. The Rockets pull it in. Tucker's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Gordon with it. Williams picks him up. It's Ariza on the wing. Gordon against Williams. Gordon kicks to Ariza. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Thornwell. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Especially at that kind of height disadvantage. You're looking to score the ball or at least draw the foul.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Nene. Anderson comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's James Harden in for Paul. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Harrell. Alinari comes in for Decker. Johnson, he's checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Austin Rivers in for Evans. Some players will actually surprise you with their athleticism after they come into the league. They make that next step. Any guys, Smitty, that became more athletic once they arrived that you have seen in the league?
You know, that's interesting. Draymond Green has gotten more athletic. I think he's lost a lot of weight and put himself in a position to play a little bit more above the rim and with his quickness. That's the one guy that sticks out. I will say a guy that I've been marveling about, Kevin, is Jabari Parker. After his injury, it seemed like his athleticism has gone to another level.
Rivers dishes to Jordan. Alinari left side. That drops and it comes off an assist from Jordan. That's now 8 points for Gallinari.
A consistent shooter. Gallinari can light the tree from deep.
The Rockets with another miss. The Clippers trail. Jordan kicks to Gallinari. Banked in off the glass. Gallinari's got 5 points in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Harden kicks to Capella. Tucker with the ball. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job.
You know, and I'll tell you, he's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
The Rockets shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. From deep, Harden. For just the 4th time today, it is good. That one makes him 4 for 10.
Okay, it's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect. I'll tell you what, despite the miss, he's going to be looking for that same shot again.
Anderson's shot is off.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
Thornwell can't get it to go.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Tucker, it's good. The assist that time from Harden. Tucker's got 11.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Here's Rivers. 8 points for him. Back to Johnson. There's the pick. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 13 points in the game.
That's number 2 for him from long range in the quarter, his 3rd overall.
Gordon kicks to Capella. Dishes it to Harden. Capella with a screen on Rivers. They grab their own miss. The shot's good. And the Rockets lead by 1. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Thornwell. Takes a 3. Rebounded by Tucker.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 13. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got his 5th rebound in this one. Gordon a screen. Rivers against Harden. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Tucker. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Kept alive. The shot's good from Jordan.
One of the most devastating finishers in the game. DeAndre Jordan makes it look easy.
Harden sets the pick for Gordon. No good on the 3. Los Angeles has gotten fond of that 3-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. Jordan with a screen on Anderson. Here's Rivers. Sinks the triple. Rivers has got 11 points. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Harden outside. Wide open look. And he knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, they're having a tough time containing Harden here tonight. No surprise there. And quarter's almost over. You don't want to give the ball back here.
Gotta be smart about it. Even if you miss, you want to leave no time on the clock.
Johnson the screen. Passes it to Thornwell. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Clippers lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
James, big first half for you. What was the most important thing that got you going?
Just trying to be aggressive, trying to get out early and give a little spark to my teammates. You know, and they followed along. So, you know, it's just a matter of us not turning the ball over and getting stops.
So far, so good. Thanks, James. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Well, their perimeter defense has fallen apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
And that is just about going to wrap it up as the second half is moments away. Down to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
Welcome back, everyone. The sign says, "We love Houston." I think it speaks for all of us. Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. An exceptional performance. Clippers leading by 3. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
Heading underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. They've got Gallinari. Teodosic out there with Austin Rivers. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Ariza outside. Anderson passes to Ariza. Kicks it out to Harden. The dish to Paul. Back to Harden. Beyond the arc. The Clippers grab the miss. Gallinari's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Johnson kicks to Gallinari. Left side, Jordan. Johnson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan sets the pick for Johnson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Johnson's got 15.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Paul kicks to Capella. Paul a screen on Jordan. The 3 from Harden knocks down the 3 ball. Harden's got the game tied up here for the Rockets.
And with Harden, it's pick your poison. Not only a tenacious penetrator, but also a consistent threat from 3-point.
They set the pick. Johnson dishes to Gallinari, but they recover it. Johnson against Ariza. To the middle. It's stolen by Capella. He kicks to Harden. Feeds it to Anderson. Paul outside. For the lead. Another shot. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year they came out on the losing end.
Well, we're into the 3rd quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. The pass to Capella. Harden outside. Capella controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You like the aggressiveness, pushing all the right buttons. He has this team rolling.
Rivers kicks to Gallinari. On the wing, Johnson. Ariza covering. Stolen by Harden. Capella inside. He's against Jordan. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they pinned a flagrant on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. The officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. That's good from Capella. And Smitty, would you ever be interested in joining a team as a general manager or a personnel guy in a front office in the league?
I would, Kevin. I mean, I love everything about the game of basketball, and obviously played it, been in broadcasting. But a GM role is something I've always talked about, coaching, front office, whatever it may be. I'll be happy because I'm in the game of basketball. And then, Kevin, if I get that job, are you coming with me?
I'm always with you, by your side and ready to go. But let me ask you, when you were playing, Steve, did you consciously think, hey, someday I might be a coach, or I'd like to sit up in the stands and evaluate talent? Does it go through your mind in the throes in the middle of your career?
Yes, it does. And a lot of the guys, I would say my mentors, one was Lenny Wilkins. He did a fantastic job. Player coach at one time. I've talked a lot to him. My wife and Joe Dumar's wife are sisters, so me and Joe have a close relationship. Pat Riley, I picked the brains of the best, and hopefully one day I'll get that chance, and hopefully I'll make that move. But right now, I'm loving what I'm doing.
They throw good, James Harden.
Man, Doc Rivers has quite the resume as a player and as a NBA coach. Won a title with the Boston Celtics, also a former Coach of the Year.
Good on both. And with Rivers and the accolades he's had as a head coach, it goes a long way in how players and veterans want to play for him.
It is. Rivers has been in the league for such a long time. He has a lot of respect from his peers. Strong track record as a coach. Only missed the playoffs 3 times in his coaching career. He's a player's coach.
Paul outside. Nene setting the pick for Paul. It's Ariza on the wing. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 4 assists in the game.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
Teodosic the pass to Gallinari. Jordan with the screen on Nene. Gallinari outside. Looking to end the drought, and he makes the bucket, drew contact, and gets the whistle too.
Defenses has to be careful. You know Gallinari is going to force fouls, but you have to try to prevent the N1.
And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Up and down career for Gallinari. A skilled forward with size, has struggled because of health.
Paul dishes to Nene, and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
And a moment now to check out the numbers for Chris Paul. He's right around 17 points a night, 9 assists, and just over 2 steals. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about these recent performances.
You know, mentally, he's a pass-first type of player. It gets everyone involved and engaged, and that really sparks this offense.
Jumper off the screen. Decker can't hit.
Trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but thus far, not working.
You know what? At some point, you have to decide. Do you keep pressing the issue, or do you focus on setting up others?
The Rockets have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one misses.
And one thing that is quite clear with the Rockets in terms of their approach is their shot selection. They prefer easy layups or threes. Very rarely will you see them play that in-between game. And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Pick by Harrell. Back to Williams. Stolen by Harden. And the jam by Harden.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here. And that shot selection, a systematic approach by the whole Houston organization. Greg, is a team, they actually took less mid-range jump shots than DeMar DeRozan did individually last season.
Yeah, and it wasn't even close. I mean, the approach Houston has made successful the last few seasons, they are 100% committed to not taking mid-range shots if they can help it.
Screen by Capella. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Paul. Harden's got the lead up to 10 now for the Rockets. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Pick by Harrell from downtown. The shot that time not on target. And the Rockets take it the other way. Capella kicks to Nene. To the inside. Ariza, blanketed by the D, fights to the rim for the layup. Ariza's got 11 points.
You look at that lead pass there. He just has such a great feel for the game.
Pass to Decker. Picked by Harrell. Shoots from the line. That one a little long. Rockets leading by 12. And here is Capella. 16 points for him. Ariza with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Picked by Harrell. From deep, Williams. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Count the basket.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. Firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
Clippers trail by 17. Now here's Harrell. There's a screen. Picked by Harrell. Teodosic, the pass to Harrell. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. 6 points for him.
Excellent move to score the basketball despite a weak pick.
Paul dishes to Harden. Nene, the screen. Here's Ariza. No good with the triple. For Los Angeles, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Decker can't hit.
And tonight, he just hasn't been efficient offensively. That's a big reason why they're behind.
Capella kicks to Paul. Here's Ariza. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. And a look here at the shot chart for Capella.
And when you come into a game with the mindset of going right at the rim and not settling for outside shots, this is what your shot chart will look like. Every chance they've had to either attack the paint or play back to the basket, they've taken it, and it's been a complete success thus far.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And how about the career progression of Trevor Ariza? You know, he came into this league somewhat as an energy player who, you know, obviously could attack the rim. Now he's one of those guys who's primarily a 3-and-D component.
So for the Rockets, P.J. Tucker comes in for Clint Capella, and Eric Gordon subbed in for Chris Paul. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Harrell. Gallinari comes in for Sam Decker, and it's Evans in for Teodosic. And off the front iron, and in it goes. And that's 15 points for Gallinari. For Ariza, his first few years in the NBA, over half his shots came within a few feet of the rim. Greg, now over 2/3 of his shots are from beyond the arc.
And that's just how it goes for some players in the NBA. Ariza still, he has some bursts to finish at the rim, but has turned himself into a deep threat, and he's always been a presence with his defense as well.
The Rockets have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
And he knocks down the first one.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half, doing a great job at the line.
Thornwell, he's checked in for Williams. And both free throws good for James Harden. You know, one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
Here's Williams, and it's blocked by Gordon, and he gets it back. Jordan the screen. Here's Evans. Harden with the defensive effort. Rockets leading by 13. Gordon the pass to Harden. And it's Ariza in the corner. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists tonight.
And you can just see his confidence is rising. Bucket after bucket from long range.
Jordan the screen. He used that pick just right. 12 points for Lou Williams.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
Harden dishes to Gordon. Nene with the screen on Gallinari. Gordon with it. Now guarded by Gallinari. And it's Gordon missing. Clippers trail by 14. Here's Thornwell. He has 6. To the middle. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And a brief look while we have the chance of a few of the hottest big men in the NBA. The leaders among centers and power forwards in field goal percentage during the last month. Clint Capella on top, DeAndre Jordan third.
And it's one thing to be able to create high-quality shots for yourself, but you still have to finish. And there's no doubt all those guys can do both.
Every one of them possesses a great touch around the basket. When they receive the ball in good position in the paint, it is just about automatic.
There's Gordon. Again, the miss by Gordon. L.A. has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Jordan sets the pick for Williams. Back to Jordan. Jordan the screen. Pass to Williams. Beyond the arc. Drops in the tray. Williams has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Clippers.
I'll tell you, he is scorching the Nets this quarter. Maybe that'll help wake up some of his teammates.
Here's Tucker. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Tucker's got 14 points for the game. Clippers trail by 14. The feed to Williams. Jordan with a screen on Gordon. And Williams, here we go. The second chance effort. And Jordan with the layup. He's got 8.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Ariza outside. Off target from outside. Los Angeles has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Kicks to Williams. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Jordan the screen. Thornwell. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And those are 2 teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Now Gordon. 5 points in the game. Ariza, right side. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Houston with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
The little mistakes are the only reason they got this lead. You knew they were going to come out hard, all right? Even with that, it's more our mistakes that are getting them this lead, all right? We want to attack right here.
And it makes a lot of sense. You want to attack every possession you get, and Doc Rivers certainly doesn't want turnovers to derail those efforts.
And, guys, it's a fine line between playing aggressive and playing out of control. That's the trap that a coach wants to keep his team from falling into.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. Harden and Gordon teaming up in the backcourt. Anderson is out there with P.J. Tucker. And it's Ariza in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Rivers kicks to Jordan. Johnson, a wide open look. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. 18 points for Johnson.
Oh, okay. It's on. Trading blows here from distance.
You know what? Both sides are in rhythm. The defense out there having no effect.
Here's Harden. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Harden's got 34.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Jordan the screen. To the paint, stolen by Anderson. Harden kicks to Gordon. And Tucker has it in the corner. Anderson the screen. Tucker can't get it to go. Clippers trail by 12. Jordan the pass to Johnson. Here's Thornwell. He dishes it to Jordan. Just 5 on the clock. Jordan sets the pick for Johnson. But they'll get another chance.
Yeah, just nice hustle there. That work gets them the extra possession. And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
I think it very well could be. That might be the game-changing play that helps push them over the top.
Ariza against Johnson. Ariza dishes to Anderson. There's the 3. Here's Tucker. That's short off the rim. Clippers trail by 10. Jordan kicks to Rivers. And stolen by Gordon. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. Count that one.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Clint Capella, he's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And Chris Paul's subbed in for James Harden. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Teodosic is checked in. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
Thanks, David. They grabbed their own miss, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Gordon kicks to Anderson. Over Gallinari. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. Passes it to Teodosic. Second chance shot. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Gallinari.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Paul kicks to Ariza. Back to Paul. Screen by Capella. Lob pass to Capella. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
CP3 is a nightmare in pick-and-roll situation.
Clippers trail by 10. Teodosic the pass to Gallinari. Johnson attacking, and Wesley Johnson with the slam.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Gordon with it. Paul outside. Off target with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And right there, a little miscommunication on that pass.
Houston leading by 8. Paul with the screen for Gordon. Up off the screen. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
One shot, find the lanes.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
When CP3 pulls up off the dribble, he's a high percentage shooter. He really looks in rhythm.
Gallinari outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Gallinari. Gallinari hits them both. Houston leading by 11. And here is Paul. Now here's Capella. Ariza outside. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Rivers against Gordon. Here's the screen. He feeds it to Paul. Back to Gordon. Shot clock at 5. Capella with a screen on Jordan. They get it back. Johnson with the block. Here's Ariza. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Ariza's got 22.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Teodosic the pass to Rivers. Johnson in the corner. Now the pass to Teodosic. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Rockets leading by 10. Paul kicks to Gordon. Ariza outside. Gordon against Rivers. Anderson the screen. It's blocked. Here's Rivers, and it's blocked by Gordon. Now Anderson for 3. Chris Paul, and that's good.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first 3 of the half, second of the game.
Dishes it to Gallinari. Jordan the screen. Off the pick. And it's Gallinari missing. And for Houston, they're shooting about 47% here in the 4th. In the corner, it's Gordon. And another 3 for Houston.
Another triple. And that's been the story of this second half.
Coming out of the break, they've relied on their perimeter offense to generate points. Right now, it's working.
Johnson dishes to Gallinari, and it goes down 2 points. Gallinari's got 21 in the game.
You know, he's taking control offensively. We know Gallinari can carry the load as a primary scorer.
Gordon a screen. Ariza kicks to Paul. And it's blocked. Outside Jordan. Pass to Teodosic. Knocks it loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And the Rockets making a change here. Harden's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Williams is checked in. Here's Teodosic. 5 on the clock. The dish to Williams. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down. Houston leading by 12. Harden kicks to Paul. Johnson against Ariza. Feeds to Harden. Capella with a screen on Williams. Screen by Capella. 5 to shoot. Ariza passes to Capella. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Capella's got 14 points here in the second half.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Jordan sets the pick for Williams. Here's Teodosic. Offensive rebound. Goes up again. And Jordan with the nice inside bucket. Jordan's got 6 here in this quarter.
DeAndre Jordan using his size, his explosiveness. Jordan putting it to use inside the paint.
And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Paul outside. Screen by Capella. Here's Ariza. Misses the 3. Clippers trail by 12. Pass to Teodosic. Jordan the screen. Lets it go from deep. Williams gets the bucket. Williams has got it back down to single digits for Los Angeles.
DeAndre knows his role. He is going to use that big body to set screens for his teammates.
Unloads from 13. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. And that's 36 points for James Harden.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Showing no mercy. Double-digit lead and still putting it on them. You have to credit the pinpoint pass for making that play possible.
.133 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Capella. Great D that time from Jordan. Clippers trail by 9. Pass to Teodosic. Jordan the screen. They set the pick. Williams with a clean look. Williams with another miss. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Just 5 on the clock. Ariza kicks to Harden. Over Williams. James Harden again. Harden's got 38 points.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for Houston.
At every opportunity, they managed to push the ball and keep the up-tempo game going.
I think it paid off, that's for sure.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year. And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for James Harden.
What you like about his approach at the offensive end today, once he got into a rhythm, he stayed focused. That's why the points just kept coming.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Nene, he's checked in for Clint Capella. P.J. Tucker comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Brown in for Chris Paul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Jordan. Sam Dekker comes in for Gallinari. Williams, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Evans in for Teodosic. Harden dishes to Brown. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. And I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run. It had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long.